Hello everyone and peace of Christ to all. I see a post made by Muslims in Facebook, and for sure there's a lot of exaggeration in those news, and we don't, hello everyone. There's people who they are waiting for any reasons to insult our church. Now I am not a Catholic, as you know. However, I believe everywhere in this earth there's people who they are bad, and there's people who they are good. And the word good is good to who? I mean, all of us at the end of the day we are sinners, and good only God is good if we want to say the word good as it is. But then the Muslims, they find some news which is not actually not true. There's many, they hate the Catholic and they fabricate a lot of lies. Like as an example, they found a guy who is supposedly in a high position. He have a collection of porn in his drawers, and that will make the Vatican is full of porn, and the Muslims would love those news. However, I find it very funny that a Muslim who his prophet is a child molester is talking about child molestation. I mean, you see an atheist, a Buddhas, a Hindus, anyone can talk about this, but not a Muslim. You Muslims, you practice child molestation. All of you are pedophile. Not only your prophet, all of you, because when you convert to Islam or you say you are a Muslim, you are a pedophile as a must. So I mean, who is the stupid here? You Muslims, you should be the last one who speak about such a topic. For your prophet was an official child molester and a prophet in the same time. I mean, isn't it weird? Like, do those people have even brain? When we go in the Sahih book, Sahih, and then we see your prophet, his child wife, saying the following: the messenger of Allah married me when I was 6 years old and have intercourse with me when I was 9 years old, and I used to play with my dolls. So the prophet was having sex with the wife and she is playing with the dolls. And by the way, Aisha, she was the wife of Muhammad at the age of 6, not at the age of 9. Actually, even the hadith in front of us is say that exactly in front of us. He married her at the age of 6, which means from 6 to 9 he used to molest her because her vagina is so small, excuse my language. By the age of 9, Muhammad, he decided it's time to rip it off. But the girl, she was playing with her dolls. And then a Muslim, he speak about child molestation. Are you crazy, Muslims? Seriously, are you crazy? You must be. Even the Quran teach the Muslims to have sex with the children. Actually, what is the age of marriage in Islam? As long as you Muslims, you open the door for this. What is the age of marriage in Islam? I have a video actually. I made a debate long time ago with a Muslim who is a doctor. He have a PhD, about marriage in Islam. Should I play it for you, Muslims? Should I? I mean, if I play it for you, people will cry. I don't know, they will cry from laughing or they will cry from pain. How in the world a stupid Abdul, he want to teach us the manner and he will say a child molestation is wrong? We are the one who is against it. Those people, they will go to hell. Anyone who hurt a child, Jesus says to us, anyone who hurt a child is better for him to put a milestone in his neck and throw himself in the deep ocean. And that is for your prophet, because your prophet is the first one to practice child molestation. Habiba, she was an infant. She was an infant. Imagine when Muhammad, he wished to marry her. She is not even 2 days old. How anyone in the world can say such a thing? Is the voice good, guys? Is our voice is good? So before we go to the Quran and before we show you some reference, let us show you what happened in my debate with the Muslim Abdul about his religion and the child molestation. What you will hear by your own ears is unbelievable, but it's true. Let me find you the video. Actually, I wasn't planning to show this debate, but look like we have to. I think it's better, so people they can see what exactly Islam is about. I think the video was called "Baby Wife Muslim," something like this. There's tons of videos in YouTube. Muslims proud about marrying children. The founder of Hezbollah, he made a speech just a few weeks ago about how marrying the children is halal, is even healthy. I'm trying to find the video. Here we go. We found the video. You will not believe it. Let me show you. And the guy who is speaking in the video supposedly is a doctor, like not a stupid, uneducated Abdul. This is the best of the Muslims. This guy is the best of the Muslims, not anyone. He is just like a special educated person. Let us see what this is special educated Muslim he said, and you be the judge. Identify what sexual relationship with little girl. She is not even maybe 1 week or 2 weeks old, because as you see it's radia, which means she's just drink milk. I don't know. This is what your Imam saying. He's saying sexual relationship by hugs. Look at me. This is your Islamic side. As you see, this is not my website. All kind of sexual relationship, like touch with desire. Look at the desire. And hugs and tafkhid. Touch with desire, or hugs, or putting your private part between the legs of that little baby. This is his explanation. I'm reading just exactly as he wrote. I'm not adding one word. He's saying, doing that to a little girl, she can drink milk only. She's a rabia, suckling, girl. It's okay. You can touch her in a sexual way to enjoy her. You can hug her in a sexual way. It's okay. Or you can put your private man hood between her legs to enjoy her. Now you tell me what you understand from that. Your mind.
Okay, don't forget that this baby, okay, this Ralia is a wife. Is a wife. He's not fucking her, okay? The husband is not fucking.
Don't use dirty words, doctor. Listen. I know you are in the corner. Listen. She is a little girl. What do you mean wife? She cannot eat yet. She drink only milk. What do you mean she's a wife? Guys, she's a wife. She don't have teeth yet. How you say she is a wife? Your mic? Man. Go ahead.
Can you tell me what's the difference between marriage and non-marriage, between legal and illegal relation? Your mic.
Doctor, don't change the topic. How you can marry a little girl, she don't have teeth even? You said she is a wife. Explain to us in the room how Muslims marry a girl, she don't have her teeth yet. She drink milk only. She suckle only. How she became a wife?
and how he is approving you to touch her in a sexual way, to enjoy her in a sexual way, not only that, to put your private part between her legs, your mic.
Okay, we are talking about marriage. Okay, this situation is a special situation. We are not. We never heard. We never. We never seen as.
Listen, what's this situation? Listen, this is your scholars, the one you approve as a big leader for you, saying you can have relationship sexually with little baby girl. She don't have teeth yet. Explain to us how you can do such a thing. Your mind.
Okay, I'm allowed to have a baby wife. Okay, but did I have,
baby wife?
Do I have right now a baby wife? Your mic.
I don't care if you have a baby wife or not, but how your God allowed you to have a baby wife, man? She cannot even eat. She's still in her diaper. She do poo-poo. How you take her as a wife? How you enjoy her in a sex way? How? Explain to us. What kind of religion this religion would allow you to have a baby wife? You have it. You don't have it. Your religion allowed you. You can do it because in Islam it's okay. So how you can have a baby wife who do not have teeth yet, who cannot even speak yet, who say, come on, how you can have sex with a girl like this? You're right. Go ahead.
Okay. Who put the standards? If this girl is a baby or a woman, I can marry to a woman, or if there is, who put the rules so that I can marry to a woman if she, a special age? Humans, who put this is standards, okay? Who put this is not God who put the standards, okay? This is humans.
Okay, so human, they put the standard of 18 years old to marry. Your God saying you can have sex with a girl, she don't have even her teeth yet. Which one is correct, you think? Which one is better? The human standard or your God standard? Your mind.
Well, of course, God. You are a human, okay? You shit in the...
Anyway, just to make it short, this is a debate with someone. He is a doctor and he is a Muslim, and he claimed to be a sheikh. And it's obvious how shaky this filthy religion is. And yet a Muslim, he want to give us he want to school us about child molestation. Your religion allowed you to have a sexual relationship with the children who don't even have teeth yet. They don't even have teeth. How dare you, Muslims? If we go right now in the internet, we can find tons of pedophiles Muslims. The leader of CARE, Ahmed Salim, was arrested in a major child sex trafficking, not because he have some CDs in his for porn. He is involved in a major trafficking according to the news, and he was arrested for that. And the average age of those youngs are 10 years old. But I'm not going to judge Islam by Ahmed Salim. I judge Islam by Islam. I judge Islam by the teaching of Islam. I'm not going to judge Islam by an imam who is a child molester. There's tons of them. Those are the one who are arrested in the West, but you know, in the Middle East and Pakistan and Afghanistan, all of you are a child molester. Do you want me to show you a video as of how Muslims they dress a boy? They call him, I think, Bacha Badzi, something like this, in Afghanistan, Pakistan, and they make him dance for them to act like a girl, and they start touching him, and then after that, they have sex with the boy. This is even your tradition and your religion. And then you talk about child molestation. Child rape in Pakistan is skyrocketing. Number one people who search for porn in the world are Pakistan. Actually, the new name of Pakistan is not Pakistan, it's Pornistan. Porn Stan. Actually, I think the name fit perfectly if you think about it. And what the Muslim in Pakistan they search for? They search sex with donkey. Like what? Sex with donkey? How in the world you Muslims search for sex with donkey? What do you mean sex with donkey? You want to have really sex with donkey? Not only Pakistan, by the way, we have to be fair. The data also showed that 6 of the top 8 porn searching countries were Muslims. Egypt is second, and then Iran, and then Morocco, and then Saudi Arabia, and then Turkey. And Muslim, they want to talk about porn, and they want to lecture us about the good Muslims. You know, when you see a Muslim speaking about good and bad, you think those people, they are coming. Go and see, like, you know, honest to God, if I use the Muslim videos, they will flag my videos right away for copyright. But there's tons of videos of Muslim women being molested and children's in the buses and the train. This is why a Muslim women in the Middle East, she have to have a guard with her, otherwise she'll be buried. However, all of this is not reason for me to judge Islam. I judge Islam by the teaching of Islam. So when I see a prophet, his name is Muhammad, and he was a child molester, that is what Islam. I'm not going to judge Islam by Ahmad Salim, who raped children, or he was doing human trafficking for children. I judge Muhammad, who is doing human trafficking. He was enslaving children for sex. I judge Allah, the fake God, the known God of the Muslims, as an example in chapter 65, verse number 4. And remember, the Muslim, they say to us, oh, don't give false interpretation for the Quran. You better give interpretation from our source. I never give interpretation for the Quran from my own. And you know that. I always give interpretation for the Quran from Muslim source. This is chapter 65, verse number 4. واللاتي يئسن من المحيض من نسائكم إن ارتبتم فعدتهن, etc. So what does this mean exactly? The Quran is speaking about those who their period, you know, they are divorced, and the Quran says you have to wait for 3 periods, which is proven again the Quran to be made by a stupid man, but not by God, because the point of those 3 periods, that the women, she wanna be sure that she is not pregnant. Well, you do not need 3 periods to know that the woman is not pregnant. I mean, the woman, she will not have a period unless she is not pregnant. What about 2? I mean, 2 is enough. 3? What about 4? So 3 period is the waiting time, which means when we say period, we are talking about women period, you know, bleeding, blood, menstruation. So when the women have their period 3 times after divorce, they are clear to be married again, to do nikah, which means the F word. But what about those who don't have period no more, or they never have period? Still, There is a solution. Look, it says, and for such a women, let us highlight, and for such of your women as desire of menstruation because of an old age. So this is speak here about what, like some women, they don't have more any more menstruation because they are old. If you adopt about their waiting period, their period of waiting shall be 3 months, upon which after man ask, O messenger of Allah, what about the waiting period for those who, yeah, do not have menstruation because they are too young? What? The child molester, Allah, he gave a verse to approve. He is teaching about how to divorce children. They are children, and they are. This is not about marrying them, by the way, guys. This is not about marrying the children. This is about divorcing them. They are divorcing them, and still they don't have menstruation yet, which means they married them long time ago. They married the time of the divorce. They don't have yet menstruation. This is time of divorce now, and yet they don't have menstruation. And why they don't have menstruation? Because they are too young. Not only not young, too young. Aisha, according to the hadith, she have her period at the age of 14. This is why it says in the hadith she was allowed to play with her dolls even until the age of 14, because after 14 she get her first period. So Islam practice and confirm and encourage and make it as a lawful teaching and a part of it to rape children. So how dare you Muslim to speak about child molestation when you are a follower of a child molester God, child molester prophet, and your nation is a child molester nation? What is the age of marriage in Yemen? 6 years old? Actually, there's no age. You can marry a child even if she is 1 day old. I just showed you in the video. So Abdul, if there is a Christian person who do porn or he do child molestation, he is filthy like your scumbag prophet. He is no Christian. For Jesus said, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father. I saw a post of the Muslims just to show you how stupid the Muslims are. The Muslims, they say that there is a book, it says that Mary, she delivered Jesus at the age of 12. First of all, there is no such a book, because for us there is only one book we follow. It's called the Bible. We don't have Sahih al-Bukhari, we don't have Sahih Muslim, we don't have Sahih Paul, we don't have Sahih Mark. We have the Bible. Anything out of the Bible is not our book. Number two, Abdul, I mean, how stupid are you? Let us say, for the sake of argument, Mary, she gave birth to Jesus when she was 1 day old. You stupid, she did not have sex. So what does this have to do with this? We are talking about a man raping a child. Mary, even in your religion, she is a virgin. So what does 12 years old mean? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Are you a donkey? Here we go. My house is saying that Joseph, he was 90 years old, and Mary, she was 12 years old. You see how stupid you are? First of all, there's nowhere it says that. This is a fiction book. We don't believe in those things. We believe in the Bible. Secondly, even if this is true, Mary, when she delivered Jesus, he is the son of no man. You idiot, you stupid. According to your Quran, actually, Mary, she was not even married to any man, which means there's no Joseph. This is how stupid the Muslims are. There's nowhere it says Mary she was 16 and Mary she was, and Joseph was 90. All is fiction. This is all. This does not exist. I challenge you to show me anywhere in the Bible it says that. However, in your Quran, Abdul, in your Quran, Mary she never get married to any man, and in my Bible, Jesus is not the son of Joseph. He is the son of God, and Mary was virgin. And this is what your Muslims believe too. So what the point of saying Mary and Joseph? Muslims have mental issues. So where do you get this from? 12 years and 90 years old. Christians believe that Mary she was a virgin, which means there's no man touch her. Show me the book. It says that Joseph he have sex with Mary at the age of 12 and then they have Jesus. You will never find a Christian book saying that. So don't be stupid. Even the book of the donkeys, which is the Quran, saying it clearly that Mary she never been touched by a man. So it's very stupid statement from the Muslims, Abdul, to mention such a thing, for there's no reason to compare. The reason is very simple. We cannot compare because Mary she did not give birth to Jesus because she have a man. This is why sometimes I ask myself, actually all the time, why all the followers of Muhammad are stupid, with no exception. You know, I believe strongly that every Muslim is stupid until he proved the opposite, and I never saw someone can prove the opposite. Never. It looked like there's an infection disease in their head and they lost their logic. Even the Quran promise you in the heaven of Allah that you will have little boys who they will be naked around you and they are very pretty. Even Muhammad he said that in the heaven of Allah there is images, there is pictures. Or let us say a market of pictures, and this market there is images, and what they have in those images, they have images of men and women. And if you like an image, you go inside it and you have sex with it, which means in the heaven of Allah you will have sex with men. Let me find the hadith so people will not say I'm saying making things up. I like always to show what I say. You know, the Muslim they will say this is not true. There's nowhere it says that. This is a lie. You know. So we don't want them to say that. We have to prove it. Here we go. Read with me. The Prophet, mashallah, the Prophet, the amazing Prophet. Say as-salat, Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Sayyidina Muhammad. They have to pray on him. They, you know, even his name is a shirk. His name is Muhammad, which means the praised one. And yet the Muslims, they say to us, we are not mushrikeen. The Christians are mushrikeen. The fact you are a mushrik, you are worshipping a man. His name is the praised one. The praised one, Muslims, should be God only. You don't praise any man. No man is good to be praised save God. So when you call Muhammad, who changed his name from Qatham, which can come in many meanings. One of them is the sperm of the hyena, or the hyena who spread sperm over his territory, or he piss. Horny hyena. Look what Muhammad he says in his own mouth. In the heaven, yeah. What is in the heaven? There's a market. Like what the heck? In the paradise there's a market. Yeah, there's a market. Hey guys, tomorrow, just to let you know, I'm going to go to the bazaar. I'm going to go to the mall of the paradise of Allah. Anyone want something from me? Anyone want something from the mall of Allah? So what is in this bazaar? What is in this market? There's a market which there is no buying nor selling, except, which means there's buying and selling. Yes, there is buying and selling in the heaven, but they have only one product. Only one product. What is the product? Images of men and women. So you are telling me that this priest, they found in his drawer a collection of porn? Are you sure? Well, look like your God. Allah himself is the collector of porn. He have a big Las Vegas bazaar, market, mall. There's nothing there except images of porn, images of men and women. So whenever a man desire an image, he enter it. Wow, astonishing, so beautiful. And the Muslim, he is complaining that there is a priest, they found in his drawers some porn. Your God is that the priest is your God. Obviously this priest is your Allah, because he's a scumbag like your prophet and like your God. What kind of God? He promised you in his heaven a market where there is no buying nor selling, except, which means there is buying and selling. You see the word except here, which means there is a buying and there is a selling, but the product is one product. What is the product? It's an images. Images of what? Is it images of men? Is it images of women? No, it's for both. Images of men and women. Okay, what we will do with those images? So whenever a man, so who is the client? He is a man. Who is the customer? He is a man. There's no women customers. All the customers are men. What is the images of? Men and women. Like what the heck? I thought Allah is against homosexuality. I thought Allah, he don't like homosexual. But look, he is a promising the Muslims in the heaven, you will have sex with men, because the images are images of men and images of women, and the client, the customer, is a man. That is your religion. And yet the Muslim is lecturing us about good and bad. There's a Playboy magazine in the heaven, and there's naked men, and they have a, excuse my language, they have a large size penis, Muslims, and you desire the man, so you enter the image and you have sex with the man. How big this man is, what he will do for you exactly, Muslims. Let us say for the sake of argument, I'm trying just to learn about your religion, don't take me wrong. Let us say you went to that bazaar. You as Abdul, you will go to heaven one day, mashallah, alhamdulillah. You and Yusuf State and Zakir Naik, all of you will do shopping in the same mall together. And you will see brother Zakir Naik there, and you say to him, Assalamu alaikum, brother. Wa alaikum assalam, brother. Wa alaikum assalam. Brother, what is kind of images you like? First of all, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Zakir Naik, and because I'm very skinny, I prefer to have image of a man who they are skinny like me, because if the man is so big and he's so fat, he can demolish me. So Zakir Naik, he will choose an image of a man he is skinny, because if a man is so big, that will rip off Zakir Naik pieces. So I can assume that Zakir Naik will find what he is looking for. For sure, Allah, he have all kind of sizes, not only one size, right? This is why it's a bazaar. It's not only one picture. There's many pictures, images. Look, 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 images. You choose whatever you wish. I mean, look how beautiful Allah is. Allah prepared for the Muslims everything in order. The Muslim, he land in the heaven, he opened the door of the airplane, right away he go to the bazaar, he find millions of pictures of women and men. And look what Muhammad did. Maybe you guys do not notice. Muhammad, he put the word men first before women. So in the heaven there is a market, and there is no buying nor selling except images of men, and then the women, which means the best of choice is men. For sure, the Muslim, they will say to you, this hadith is da'if. But my friend, this is Jami' al-Turmudi, and Jami' al-Turmudi is a sahih. They will put underneath there, they will say to you, it is says da'if, my friend. Even da'if is accepted. And by the way, it's not da'if. Go right now and search for Sheikh Hamza hadith da'if. Just search for it. You will see how Sheikh Hamza explained to the dumb Muslims that da'if hadith is accepted, it's not rejected. And this one is not a da'if. For a very simple reason. This is Jami' al-Turmudi. The Muslim Sunni, they have six books of hadith. It's called the authentic six. It's called what? The authentic six. And al-Turmudi is one of them. So a Muslim talking about child molestation. Are you serious, Muslims? Are you serious? A prophet who's a child molester, a prophet who have sex with the children, a prophet who encouraged raping and what they call it Muslim marriage, but that's not a marriage, this is rape for children. The Quran who teach you how to divorce children. How to divorce children? I mean, is your God Allah sick? But anyway, this is the wish of Muhammad. There is no Allah. All of us, we know that Allah is just a joke. What Allah? Have you ever heard of a God? He says the man have a sperm coming from his backbone, and the women have a sperm coming from her ribs. I mean, how stupid this God is. This is God. You know, like this God have a mental issue. The man have a sperm coming from the backbone, and the women have a sperm from the ribs. Since when? This is why I'm still single. I'm afraid to get married, and then I take my wife to the bedroom, and then to take off her clothes, and then instead of finding that she have a breast, I find that she have breast testicles. This is God. And then yeah, the God he told, you know, he promised us in the heaven we have an orgasm of 70 years. Orgasm of 70 years. Muslims, are you serious? You worship sex. Your God is sex. Actually, you Muslims, you don't worship Allah. You are desperate to go to have the virgins. That's why Muhammad, he said that you will have in the heaven tens of thousands of hur. And those hur, you will see their bones. All right. Look at this hadith. The Muslim did not translate it utterly. You see, there's no translation for this hadith. They are ashamed of it. They took it off. Look at this. because Muhammad is so desperate with the white women. So he promised the Muslims that you will have at least if you are a bad person, at least two wives from the heavens, and you will see the marrow of their bones, because they are so white, very white. You see the marrow of their bones? I mean, don't you want to see the marrow of the bones of your wife? I mean, how disgusting that is. Because if you can see the marrow of the bones, imagine you are watching an X-ray images. In order to see the marrows of the women bones, it means you can see through her skin all the way to the bones, and that is not beautiful. This is disgusting. And look, Muhammad, he says, even if she wears 70 coat of clothes, even if a Muslim woman in the heaven, the hur, who Allah, the virgins who Allah will give you, the Muslims, even if she wear 70 coat of clothes, you will be able to see through her bones. Indeed, a woman from paradise and the wife like the wives of paradise, yeah, what will happen? What? Indeed, the whiteness of her skin is visible through 70 garments. Like, wow, wow, man. And until her marrow is seen. The woman, she is wearing 70 burqa, yet we can see through 70 burqa the marrows of, what about her shit? Excuse my language. If we can see the marrow of her bones, can we see the shit too? For sure you can see it. The Muslim, they will say to you, oh, in the heaven there's no shit. I mean, this is shitty promise. How come you have a sperm and you have orgasm but you don't have shit? And why she have marrows? Why Allah didn't make her from plastic? Which means in the heaven you still have a blood, and the blood need food, and you eat in the heaven. The Quran confirmed that. Allah will serve you birds and will serve you wine in the heaven, yes. And you will have 70 years orgasm. The orgasm you have, is that empty shot? I mean, there's a sperm there or there's no sperm? If there's a sperm, that's mean you piss, because there's something that's coming from your private part. So she is wearing 70 garment, and yet we can see through her, through all the burqa. I mean, that's powerful. But did we ask why Muhammad is promising such a promise? Because this man is a perverted man who is racist. He like white and he hate black. That's why you will not see a promise of any dark-skinned women in the heaven. Only women who they are so white, so beautiful. Why so beautiful? Because they are so white to the point you can see the marrows of their bones. Look what Muhammad said about the heaven. The first group, oh, hold on, Muhammad, what do you mean the first group? Are you saying that this is a license only for the first group? The first group to enter Jannah will be, which means heaven, will be shining like the moon. Doesn't say, by the way, shining like the moon. They will be white like the moon, ala surat al-qamar, in the image of the moon. Then will come to those who follow them, who will be the like, or the most to be like the most shining planet. So supposedly the first one is more shiny because they are like the moon. But Abdul, the moon is not really shiny, because what the Quran is saying right now, or Muhammad is saying, that the moon is more shiny than other planets. And actually even doesn't say that, you know, doesn't say that, because here he considered the word planet as a word means stars. But the moon is not more shiny from the stars. But Muhammad do not know. He thinks the moon is more shiny than the star. Then they will not stand in need of urinating, man, or relieving of the nature of spitting or blowing their nose, their cups will be of gold. What the heck? And their sweat will smell like musk. So they will sweat. Don't you know that the sweating is piss? Sweat. You know, hold on. You know, the Quran, he promised us that in the heaven we will never feel the heat and we will never feel the cold. So why we will sweat? Why we will sweat? I mean, forget, man. This man Muhammad is really crazy. And then, and also, uh, all the people in the heaven, they will be have the same look. All of them. And they will look like Joseph, by the way. In different hadith it says all the men, they will look like, imagine all men in the heaven have the same picture. And their wives will be large-eyed medians. All, but that doesn't, by the way, doesn't say large eyes. This is fast translation. Huh? It doesn't say that. And the Muslim man, he will be in the like of Adam as tall. He will be 60 cubit tall. 60 cubit tall. Don't you think this is very short, my friend? I mean, I'm really disappointed. 60 only. Already I'm 60 cubit tall. And the other day, the postman, he came to my house, he knocked at the door, he saw my knee. 60 cubit tall? Well, yeah, in Islam, size does matter. You know, as you see, Allah, he promised the Muslim endless penis. So obviously, to be tall, it's a must. I mean, what the point if everybody would there would be 60 cubit anyway? Nobody is tall there. What the difference is if I am 60 cubit tall or if I am 5 foot tall or 6 foot tall? As long everybody there is the same height, what the point? It's just a false promise. And then don't forget the women who you can always see through their bones, and you can see their through their legs. By the way, Muhammad, can we see through their vagina or only the bones? Because it's going to be weird if we can see through the bones only, but we cannot see through the vagina. This is mean that a Muslim, when he have intercourse with his wife, he will see his penis going in and out because he can see through. Excuse my language, but this is how it is. Heaven, my friend, in Islam is nothing but a porn movie. Even your heaven, which supposedly is the holy house of God, is a porn station. I don't see in the heaven a heaven. Anyway, I just wanted to share with you this video so we can get the Abdul busted regarding what they said about child molestation. For us as a Christian, anyone anyone, no exception, he don't do what the Messiah he said and he did. Anyone, he don't follow the Messiah, he don't present Christianity, and he present the devil, who is the father of all lies. When a Muslim speak about porn and he say there is a priest who commit child molestation, that priest, my friend, will go to hell. So if you want to send with him a letter to your prophet, please do, because your prophet was a child molestation, and the Messiah will judge both the priest who commit the sin, for he is filthy, guilty, and your prophet who make it as lawful sin. Even the Quran encourage you to believe that there's naked boys will be around you and they will never bleed. How could you to believe in this? Huh? ويطوف عليهم غلمان لهم كأنهم لؤلؤ مكنون. How those boys they look like? Huh? How those boys look like? Round about them will serve, doesn't say serve, devoted to them, young male servant, doesn't say servant again, and they are so pretty, not handsome, doesn't say handsome, liar. They are pretty as pearls, well guarded. Is that heaven, or this is a child abuse house? How many of those children will serve me in heaven? 70,000 little boy. And the funny, for sure they will not serve, because if you remember, you can watch, there is a video, it's called the description of the paradise, and this is made by the Dean Show, and the one who was in the show, his name Dr. Nabil, sorry, I forgot the name really. Anyway, he have a PhD from Egypt. He's a Muslim sheikh. So he said, when you enter the heaven of Allah, Allah will devote to you 70,000 little boy, and according to him they will serve you, but the fact they will not, because he himself in the same video he says, in the heaven, if you wish a bird flying, he will be in your dish right away, and there's no washing dishes, and there's no cooking is needed, and your clothes will never wrinkle, and your clothes will never ruin, and you will never sweat, and you will never take a shower. So what are the servants for? Even the Quran says that when you are sitting in the chair, when you are reclining, the fruit will come to you, the tree will bend down, and they will deliver their fruit to you. Chapter 69, verse number 23. Chapter 76, verse number 14. The fruit will come down to you. You don't even need to grab the fruit. It's just there. Which means the heaven of Allah is the heaven of lazy. You do nothing. Even the trees is in the top of you, and they bend down for you so you can grab the fruit. So what servants? Anyway, I just wanted to share this with you guys, and I want to say thank you for all those who join us. Don't forget, by the way, to subscribe to our page in Facebook, because today I did a broadcast in Facebook, but because not many knows about it, so only few they were able to join. All right, you can go. Let me post our Facebook page. It's called Islam Not For Me. This is the page. Be sure to subscribe if you are not there yet. Until we see you again very soon. Today is Thursday, and we will have a broadcast tomorrow. By the way, I hope soon we will able to do a live broadcast for a seminar. I am invited to do a seminar next week. So if the church which I am going to, they approve it, this is a church in the state, not abroad, and actually they are not really far away from me, so I do not need to take even an airplane. So if they allowed to do live broadcast, I will do live broadcast from the seminar. At the event, if they approve it or not, we will see. All right. So next week I will have a nice seminar. Actually, there are going to be two seminars, one in the morning and one around like 4 o'clock in the same day, in the same church. So the morning one will be for like different age. I mean, they divided to ages. So we will have two kind of ages: the young ones and older. And it's a big church. It's really a huge church, very nice. So if they allowed to do broadcast, I would love to do uh, live cast, so you can hear us and you can be with us, and maybe you can see us too. So I want to say thank you for being here. May the Lord bless you all, and until I see you again, as always we say, Christ is Lord, Islam is false. I mean to that. See you soon. Bye bye.